looking at another June-like day. Here we are in the middle of October. So there's not a lot of energy, not a lot of things going on across the southeast with our color-enhanced picture, except here across southeast and South Georgia. That's right along what's developing as a sea breeze front, and that's where we're getting some afternoon showers and storms pushing out of our area. What's that one little cell? Well, that's just to the southeast of Jessup. It's starting to develop. No, the lightning indicated, but that's the heaviest rain we're seeing. Farther to the north, we're watching a couple of little cells near Rocky Fork starting to really start to pop up. The cell near Newington is fading away fast, and across Bullock County fading away fast. And that's kind of the general principle we're going to see for tonight. By 11 o'clock, while there's clouds in place and maybe some dense fog, there won't be a lot of precipitation going through the night again, even clearing along coastal areas. So I don't think fog's going to be a problem along the coast. But farther inland, look at all those ones for 1 mile visibilities or less. So be extra careful again with the possibility of some early morning fog. 85 degrees. Statesboro's at 81. Brunswick's at 82. Baxley with a shower earlier at 79. Look what it feels like, though. Everybody's much warmer. 92. We didn't see any triple digits for the day. Now, decision makers, your precision cast for tonight, just a very low risk of any problems. Isolated showers will be fading. We'll see some patchy fog. And tomorrow, it's a mix of sun and clouds. What's ahead? At the end of the weekend, we see some showers and thunderstorms. A change in the air mass with some cooler temperatures expected next week. But look, by 3 o'clock, we're up at 88 degrees for tomorrow. In fact, as we go through the night, 83, 80, 79, 78. Rain chances will continue to diminish. 77 when we see you tonight at 11 o'clock. And from there, the shower chances appear to be much farther inland for tomorrow afternoon. That's kind of where this boundary will set up. By the time we get to Friday, the boundary starts to push a little farther back to the north, perhaps even less chance of any precipitation. Sunset 6:57. Next tide will be low at 7:52 tonight. First alert forecast, 71 if you're inland, 77 along the coast. Look at the rain chances are slight indeed. Then tomorrow, 90 if you're inland, 83 along coastal areas. It's a 20% chance right along the coast. Savannah proper will be at 88 for an afternoon high with a 20% chance of showers. 87 Friday, 86 Saturday. Looks like we're still in the 80s and muggy Monday, but Monday's when we get the cold front that pushes through, drops us from 86 to 76 for a Tuesday high, keeps us in the 70s the end of the forecast period. But 73 tonight, watch for some fog. 88 tomorrow, a 20% chance of showers.
Cutter, can you talk to us about the source of some of this chaos there?
Yeah, and some of this has to do with what happened last winter. They had an incredibly wet winter or wet season that allowed a lot of vegetation growth. Of course, now they're in their dry season. It has dried out. That is more fuel for all of this fire. Now, the local weather event that caused this is something that's not too unusual for this area, but it's typically not that strong. You have strong northerly winds going up over and then down the mountain ranges. And when you force air downward, it is going to heat up and it is going to dry out. That is going to fuel any fires that are already burning and were burning at the time that the wind really began to increase. Gusts 60 to 80 miles per hour across portions of Sonoma and Napa counties here beginning Sunday night into early Monday. And that essentially caused what we call a firestorm. Rapid fire growth, new fires, embers jumping freeways and whole valleys causing new fires. So really a disastrous situation. Containment is especially hard because low humidity, dry conditions, and gusty winds continuing overall across this portion of California and further south. Now, back home, Safe Touch Security First Alert Tropical Update. No major issues. We are tracking Ophelia far out there, well out in the eastern Atlantic right now, and we are not expecting any U.S. impacts here moving off to the north and to the east, though for statistical purposes, it may become a Category 1 hurricane, staying south and east of the Azores most likely, and may impact Western Europe as a fall or wintertime strong area of low pressure, but technically not something tropical. And we've been tracking this spin in the southwestern Atlantic, gradually sliding off to the west towards the Gulf of Mexico. Doesn't look like it's going to develop, but definitely something we'll be keeping an eye on. And you can stay tuned to any updates at WTOC.com, on TV, and in the WTOC weather app.
Live in Brunswick, Dale Kennedy, WTOC News.
And Dale, can we ask you real quick, I know you've been following what's going on in Bullock County, too, very closely. Do you have any new details yet on the two fatalities that we're hearing about from Hurricane Matthew out of Bullock County?
No, I'm still working with that. I was in communication this morning with Ted Wynn, who's in charge of public safety for Bullock County. Was asking some of the details to that. He elaborated to me in terms of how those folks died, but in terms of releasing identities and releasing locations and addresses, they're still working on that. So we'll have that to you as soon as we found out. But to get that information from Ted this morning is just completely heartbreaking. You don't know who it is. You don't know if it's someone you know personally. So we're just waiting to find out, and we'll get that information to you as soon as they release it.
All right, buddy.
Dow Kennedy reporting live for us for Glenn County. We want to turn your attention to the Atlantic, where there's been another named storm. Dave Turley's joining us with your tropical update. So, Dave, as of yesterday, Hurricane Ophelia was considered a fish storm. Is that still the case?
Well, yeah, a fish storm for us, but it will be trying to get closer towards Ireland and the UK eventually by next week. Let's start out by looking at your Safe Touch Security tropical update. Nothing going on in here into the Gulf of Mexico. We do get some showers and storms moving from the Bahamas through Cuba into the Yucatan, but nothing organized. Same story out there into the Caribbean, quiet. Now, the Atlantic, a little bit active out there. A couple little areas of some showers and storms. Only one of them is a concern for it being tropical in nature, and that is Hurricane Ophelia out there into the far eastern Atlantic. Winds are at 85 miles per hour. It's not really moving much right now, but the track is going to continue to move it more towards the north and the east, and that's going to eventually bring it up closer towards Ireland and the UK as we go into Monday and Tuesday of next week. So it's a fish storm for us, but eventually getting close to those areas, and we can track it, of course, on the WTOC First Alert weather app.
And let me show you the fire watches and warnings up and down Carolina. I wanted to say South Carolina. Then I said Carolina. I want to say California. Fire weather warning until tomorrow at 5 p.m. for the Sonoma Valley all the way to San Francisco. Air quality warning for Bakersfield just north of L.A. and a fire watch in place until Saturday in L.A. and Anaheim. I have friends who work at Disney, and they are actually staying in the Disney complex because they had to be evacuated from the Anaheim area. The only alerts that we have in Georgia is that flood advisory just west of Waycross because of all the rain, and that actually expires at 4:30. We have showers moving through Bullitt County. So let's zoom in here, and I'm going to take this little let's just a little broken line from Newington all the way back to the borough and take it all the way to Stilson and Guyton. Now, we are watching the sea breeze move past I-95. So while it doesn't look like a lot, Guyton, you could get maybe a thunderstorm because of these showers moving in from the west and the sea breeze moving in from the coast. So here's the timestamp on it, and we'll continue to watch your hour by hour and look at how they get a little darker, and then as we head towards sunset, we're going to see those showers die down. The heat of the day, well, not all the heat of the day, it's going to be pretty muggy out there. Head into the evening hours, and to the west, just outside our viewing area, maybe some showers lingering, maybe even making its way into Montgomery County, Toombs, Tatnall. But then tomorrow morning we're dry. We start off 73 this morning and a little warmer in Vidalia, 77 in Hazelhurst. Maybe a little cooler, but it's still going to be pretty muggy. 71 in Jessup, 71 Baxley, waking up 73, same in Savannah, and even along the coastline, 77. Our high this time of year is supposed to be 79, so waking up right around that high for Hilton Head. Here we go. We head into Thursday, and a stalled out front, that front that's making its way, not the big cold front, but it's making its way into Georgia, Carolina, and you see that that to fire up some showers and storms right here, just really west of 95, and then we're all dry Friday heading into the afternoon. I think your game night will be A-OK. Rincon, Statesboro, Brunswick, Bluffton, and Jessup, we're going to be near 90. Well, Jessup, you hit the mark, and it's going to feel a lot warmer than that. So 88, slight cool down from this cold front that's just going to kind of dissipate over the area. Then a stronger one. We've been talking about the stronger one coming in Monday into Tuesday. Look at that. Dropping off from a high of 86 to a high of 76 for Tuesday and Wednesday, only making up to 74. Now, a lot can change, but it's something to look forward to, especially all this humidity out there. And it's moved a little bit further away from the coast. Remember, I've been measuring this for you. Thank you, John. I've been measuring this for you every step of the way. You can stop now, sir.
Stop!
Chatham, here we go on Tybee. Right here, it was only 15 miles. Can you put the ruler back on, sir? Now, this is serious, and this is good news. I'm feeling elated because the center of the storm right there, 40 miles off the coastline. It's not 15 miles off the coastline. I want to cry right now. That is so exciting. It's just so relieving, and we're out of the cone of uncertainty. We're out of the cone of uncertainty. The peak winds, the peak rain happening 11 to 2, and this is the 11 o'clock advisory was the one that we're really waiting for that last wobble as it passes the Georgia coastline, and it's moving east. So that's good news for us. It's not so much good news for Charleston. It actually looks like an almost direct landfall